Hello YouTube, this is Krow, and here I have the real grade Wing Zero Custom, and I actually have that nice P-Bandai attachment base that has those like nice little feathers, which to be honest, not really necessary. Definitely could make that on your own, probably with just real feathers, and it'll be fine. But I went ahead and just paid like the extra couple bucks and went ahead and got the base with the feathers, just to kind of give that added effect. But what this is going to be a kind of hip pocket review. I don't have the beam sabers. Those are packed away with all the other beam sabers, and I think there was a couple of attachment parts that came with it, but I don't have all that with me, so this is going to be kind of like a bare bones review, but we'll get through it in a couple minutes, and you know, at the end of it, hopefully you'll go ahead and either purchase it or maybe keep it in your wish list. So one thing I can tell you just from its appearance is that right out of the box, it's not really going to be looking too good, but with a little bit of work, you can really make it stand out with just some panel lining, decals, and a little top coat. So one of its few gimmicks is actually it can have this open hatch for its Gatling gun, which is pretty cool. It's pretty accurate to the show. And the wings are able to fold out like so. So as you can see, it has some really good posability, something that's really expected of a real grade. And also down here, it has this pretty much a nice little armor separation right there at the thigh, and a nice little toe bend, and some good separation at the knee. So what did I do with this kit? Essentially all I did was put the decals that came with the kit on there. I then put some panel lining right there in the crevices. It actually has a lot of places for that. And then afterwards I went ahead and did a little bit of weathering with a Tamiya weathering kit. And then I hit it with a top coat dull, and you know, it basically looks really good you know, for a straight build. So that's just kind of the route I took with this kit. And if you definitely want to go ahead and enhance your straight build, I would recommend just doing this the same thing as a starting point, and then kind of just build from there. Talking about weapons real quick, we're just gonna go ahead and just see that he does have two beam sabers that come with them, and he also have two green clear beam effect parts. However, I don't have those out at the moment. Then he's also going to come with his tween buster rifles, which as a whole is going to make him stand out and look really awesome. So once you get this bad boy on a stand, he's really going to be able to stand out. Pretty much you can get him in some really nice dynamic poses. So what are some of my thoughts about this kit? Maybe some of the pros and cons. First off, with the pros, I think this kit just as a whole is the best for the 1 and 144 line that you can get. There's definitely no Wing Zero Custom that's going to be as good, not even close to the quality that you're getting with this real grade. Now, with some of the cons, I would say one of the cons being it doesn't really have that real grade feel. When I'm thinking about real grade, I'm thinking about a lot of color separation, which I'm not seeing too much here, and if there is, it's very subtle. And I mean, just lack of accessories, and I know that's kind of weird to say because it only really ever had the beam sabers and the buster rifle, but it just kind of feels like you're being, you know, a little short-handed or short-changed whenever you're buying this kit, because I would expect just a little bit extra. But that's not really like a big con. That's just kind of me really nitpicking. I do think as a whole this kit is fantastic to buy, and I honestly do recommend it for anyone that is into the Wing Zero Custom. So there's honestly not much else I can say about this kit that pretty much anyone else has ever said. The only thing I could possibly just recommend is that when you're buying this kit, just try and put as much work you can to it as possible. And if you want, I mean, definitely have a nice little action base. You don't have to get the P-Bandai one, but I think something similar to this, maybe get some real feathers, put them on like some like little stands and all that, glue it on there, and I think it's really going to bring this kit out just so much more. And with us, you know, basically all of us North Americaners, you know, watching this, you know, Gundam Wing as our first Gundam series, it really kind of put a staple into our kind of interest in Gundam, you know, by watching Gundam Wing and seeing Hiro Yui pilot this Gundam and all the predecessors of the wingsuit. Really just makes this kit stand out amongst the rest. So even though there's a whole bunch of other real grades that I just truly love way more than this one, this is kind of like in my weird top favorite just because it's the Wing Zero and it's something I really grew up with. So that's really about it. I mean, there's not much else I can really say about it. So if you do really enjoy this suit, I recommend going out and definitely purchasing it. It should be relatively cheap now that it's been out for a little bit. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll be posting some more reviews fairly soon. All right, have a great night. Bye.